Hello and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the last episode we continued to work with uncursing items and to progressing towards something. Right. So, I have been duped. And I'm not happy to say it, but it happened. So I was talking with a friend about how we enjoyed monthly Pythonish humor, and our talk fell upon the Kingdom of Loathing and subsequent West of Loathing and Shadows over Loathing. And I was like, so have you played Shadows of Loathing? Like, yeah, I've completed it a couple of months ago. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We sort of talked back and forth, and then they asked the question, have you gotten to the point where you have weapon durability? I was like, oh yeah, I have. And I was like, quite concerned about it. And they were like, well, don't be. It's a gaff. And if you look into some of the weapons that we've used, if I could find them, you'll notice they get closer to 15, but they will never actually reach 15. Like you can see, this is 14.36. So if we continue to use this, you'd get it to a point where like it's closer and closer, but never reaching 15. The weapons will never actually break. I'm not a fan of being duped, I gotta say, but seeing as we now know this, I'm gonna go back to my Mushman Spear, because that's, I think, is the most... It's the same as the cello, but... Alright, that was basically what I wanted to show you. We have no messengers. Side quests. Dante wants you to shake down the proprietor of the Valley Hardware near Crystaldream Lake. Sure. That's as good as any. Oh, actually. Seeing as we now have a hat store. 10 things I had about you, yes. Hello. Hi, my name's Rain. Pleased to meet you. I'm Albert. Why aren't you wearing a hat? Have you heard the phrase, familiarity breeds contempt? Gotcha. What's for sale? Well, those are all cheap, so, regenerate 1 extra AP. That is not bad. Stench armor? That's green visor. Spooky. Physical armor and cold armor. Well, the main reason for getting them is so that we can head to the boardwalk, unless we get an encounter. A well-dressed man flags you down. Excuse me there, my good chap. Might you have a match on your person? So he's one of the salesmen. No, but also yes. I will thank you all the same. Toodaloo, toodle-off. I'm not entirely sure what the paradox would have done, but oh well. Right. So what we want to do is earn back a little bit of what we had spent on buying the hats. $30 meat a piece. So it won't completely give us back what we spent on buying the hats, but, you know, is that it? I think so, yes. Oh, unless we have something else. No. Right, but which one do I actually want? Oh. Right. Which one do I actually want to wear? Physical armor is nice. I think I'm gonna go with the driving cap for now, because that gives us more flexibility Can I talk to you? He glances at you silently. Wonder if there's something I can... Actually, what is for sale? Tube of sunscreen. Gauze turban. Oh. Yoink. So basically, and there's a net loss of 20 meat. Which isn't, like, it's not bad when you have this amount of meat that I do. Right, now on to Crystaldream Lake. Oh, SIT Campus Pokem. No, we're not done at the lake. Not at all done at the lake. Cave? Wait, was it the hardware store? I think it was. Let's just go there. Rain, look what Gabby found. You turn around to see Gabby, who apparently wandered off into the woods while you weren't looking, returning with a big handful of meat. Wow, what? It's meat found by Gabby. I can see that, but here, you can take it. Gabby's purse is too filled with candy. Should I ask where you found this? Nope. Okay. Was it the hardware store? Oh, I think so. Proposes shaking. Ask about termite poison, I'm sure. Got any termite poison? I wish. Regulatory agency made me stop selling it for a few years back because it was, quote unquote, killing everybody who used it. Huh, so more of an everything poison than. Yep, wicked good for termites though. Any candy? You know that I do, but you also know that I just gave you some. Don't be greedy. Oh, okay. What do you have for sale? Alright, propose a shaking then. I've been asked to shake up some of your merchandise. Come again? There's some mob guys who want to intimidate you for some reason. They sent me to shake things up. Or down? Something like that. Huh, well, those cans of paint over there could use a good shaking. I ain't got around to do it for a while. Sounds good. Can't say I feel particularly intimidated, though. Whoop. You gave all the paint cans a vigorous shaking. The proprietor nods his thanks. Oh boy, am I gonna get in trouble with the mob for that? Oh, hello. Nice man out for candy. Right, okay. Well, we haven't been to the cave. Random encounter? Yes. You find a decaying nightstand discarded in a ditch, which is kind of a weird place to find a nightstand. Maybe someone got so mad about stubbing their toe all the time that they angrily drove out to the woods and threw it out of the car. Dang, there's all kinds of useful stuff in here. Junk mail. Junk mail is a new technology that allows trash to be distributed to everybody so that we can all share the effort of throwing it away. And a sharpening stone. Well, see... Oh. Gabby? Ah, this huge writhing mass of fungus must be the reason they call this place Mushroom Mountain. I mean, we'll insta-gip him with this. 7 and mushroom steak. How are we for experience? 83, and we wanted to get... Well, basically, we want to get all the standard ones, because gathering from materials is... it's nice, but it's not overtly necessary. Like, I'm not short for gathering. Meat drops... Not really hurting for that, but the extra mysticality would be nice. Yeah. I mean... Is this just a place to get fights? I don't mind if that's the case, but... Ooh. The thunder starts to come in really nice when it doesn't hit me. But to be fair, at this point I have enough armor and hit points that I can actually sustain damage pretty well. Okay, that doesn't seem to be... I guess we need some fungicide in order to really do a difference here. Ow, not the fish! I could have killed. Why are you stabbing my skeeter? I love that walking cycle, by the way. It's wonderfully stupid. Okay, that doesn't seem to be moving. I mean, we could go back to Ocean City and... Alright, well, I thought, oh, maybe it's at the end of the day then. I don't think we're done at Crystal Lake. I mean, it looks very barren, like there's literally a lot more to see, I should think. Let's see if there isn't. Ow! Oh, Beppo's Hole. Check out the terrible spider hole. Okay. But since this was a wandering encounter, it already counts as being halfway to a point, which means that we won't get another one. That sure is some spider webs around. There aren't as many spider eggs in here as there could be, but there's still too many. A plaque reads Beppo's Hole at the top, and there's some fine print. Beppo's Hole is named after Beppo P. Soricchio, who purchased this plot of land in 1903 with the stated intention of creating a shark sanctuary. He managed to dig one decent-sized pit, but before he could fill it up with sharks, it filled itself up with spiders, or perhaps it would be more accurate to say that the spiders filled it up with themselves and their offspring, and that's the teeming hordes of awful venomous offspring. It is the opinion of Crystaldream Lake Historical Society that Beppo's Hole should be avoided at all costs. In fact, we probably shouldn't have put this placard here or included it on any of our maps. May those you leave behind forgive us. Fascinating. Oh. This wriggling cocoon is roughly person-sized, so it's either a person who's being cocooned by a spider and is slowly suffocating to death, or a person-sized mass of baby spiders. Hello? Hello in there. Are you a person, or a mind-breaking quantity of baby spiders? Is that the kind of noise that a whole lot of baby spiders would make? You cut about the cocoon, bracing yourself for the true horror. Fortunately, it turns out to just be a guy in there. Whew, thanks, friend. You had me worried there for a sec. Call me Doc. I came here to get some free gauze. Got a bit more than I bargained for. Hi, Doc. I'm Rain. I assume from your doctor hat thing that you are literally a doctor. In the sense that doctoring is my profession, yes. In the sense that I have a legal license for practicing it, no. Ask him about the hobo code. I didn't know he was a hobo, but okay. Hobo code knowledge increased. Hooray! You were looking for gauze? Yep. Webs from big spiders like this make really great surgical gauze. It's strong, self-adhesive, and even sterile if it's really fresh. Unfortunately, I kind of bit off more than I could chew. You can chew it too? No, I meant metaphorically. One of the great big spiders that live in Beppo's Hole caught sight of me. I don't recommend messing with that hole, especially if you're flushed to the gills on the medicinal alcohols. I see. You know, there's a hobo camp just outside of Ocean City. I could probably use a doctor. Great, I could use some patients, because I'm much too eager to get to doctoring. That's a joke that works out better out loud than in print. But anyway, see you there. I mean, they're warning us not to go into the hole, but like... Oh, it's just another place to get fights. Okay, well, sure. Ooh. 1 physical damage. You having a laugh? That thunder is... What do we got? Sets the giant spider on fire. I mean, fire is... probably not a bad thing against spiders, maybe? What do? You're poisoning my mosquito. No, you get the fire, sir. I didn't expect him to literally light up a fire underneath it. But, sure. Play ball! Yeah, let's just take you down a notch. Ha! Booski! Flap, flap. Bash! And then the fire. Ooh, perfect timing. Spider leg wand. Causes 2 poison though. Makes me immune to poison. Okay, okay. Creepy forest fetish. Adds spell damage to a hat. Right, well that was a nothing burger. A fighty burger, but a nothing burger not all the same. The future version of yourself strolls up to you and hands you a fat wad of meat. You know it's the future version and not the past version because you don't remember this happening before. You gain 300 meat. Here, take this meat. Technically, I guess I should be repaying it to the future me, but that's the me now, so you'll have to do. What? But what's the point in giving me meat if I have to give it back to me later? You'll be making meat more easily later, so this won't seem like as much then. Just think of it as a no-interest loan. On the contrary, I am actually interested. He rolls his eyes at you. Sheesh, the future you is a jerk. Haha, yeah, anyway, just don't forget to pay you back, or the universe will probably explode or something. Okay, well, I mean, 300 meat, 300 meat. Oh, nice. Gabby got stronger. That's cool. Ooh. Are we really not... Is that really all the encounters there was here? You see your past self coming up the road toward you, and remember that 300 meat you owe you. Maybe you ought to pay back so the paradox doesn't destroy casuality or anything. Okay. You stroll up to yourself and hand him 300 meat. As expected, he is a bit puzzled by this. Here, take this meat. Technically, I guess I should be repaying it. Oh. Okay. Ooh. The trees in this clearing attacked for a filling. Seems some big city construction company plans on crafting a giant crossbow to kill God. Not today, big city company. Not today. Well, I don't really want to go into the junkyard. Not that I have a problem with that. It's just it has no interest right now. So there's gotta be something to do with the mine. I mean, I was stumped at it last time. Huh? You pull up short, having nearly walked straight into a huge spider web while you weren't paying attention. Although I guess some part of you was paying attention. Good job, whatever part that was. You turn and head in the other direction and soon find yourself stopped by another big spider web. So you turn around and try another direction. Nope, that path ends in a big spider web as well. Looks like the attention-paying part of you wasn't paying enough of it to keep you from getting lost in a huge spider web maze. Maybe in the future you should pay attention to these things yourself instead of just delegating. I could probably have gotten into a fight, but... Actually, let's... oh, well, we're going to the mine now, but let's go to the crystal store and inform them of the situation of the mine, because... there is a giant geode. But we have no dynamite. Not in the future, and not in the days. Not in the present. So let's go to the crystal store. Oh, wait. It's a weird pocket of nothingness. Who? Reach inside. Yeah, of course I wanna. That's a really bad idea. You sure? Yeah. I can't stress enough that you shouldn't do it. It might give you some kind of shadow disease, or it might just bite your hand clean off, or anything. Shadow hot dog. Okay. Still working on that. Oh, well that The dam is built, so they wouldn't have any explosives. So it's either the hardware store or the dam. Let's go to the dam first and see, because there was a pocket dimension in there. Maybe we can find some dynamite in the past. Your future self turns up again, this time lugging an old wooden crate. Here, take these. What? It's a case of antique bandages. They'll come in handy. But I can't use them. I'll have to keep them so I can foist them off on another me to close the loop. You're just sticking me with a pointless errand I'll have to do later. No, dummy, you use these ones. Then ask Child Wallace for the crate of old bandages that Murray left in the storeroom. That's where I got these. But didn't you get them from yourself like I'm doing now? No, I used those. Look, just take them. Jeez, you've got a lot to learn about causality. Causality, that's what it is. Okay, fine, jeez. So... Ah! Oh. Well, okay. I thought that there maybe was... Okay, hardware store it is then. Maybe they have explosives, who knows? Oh, a huge rotten log is blocking your path through the woods. I mean, well, not blocking per se, it's just a log. It's not infinitely long or anything. You can go around it, it's just, interrupted you. You know what I mean. Anyway, there's a big rotten log here. You go around the other side of the log and discover the shadier, damper side of it is covered in big, weird mushrooms. Neat. Or gross, depending on how I feel about mushrooms. You grab a large mushroom with both hands and pluck it off the log. It blinks two little beady eyes at you and waves two little arms in a thoroughly upset manner. When you drop it to the ground, a second mushroom stands up, making angry noises. And then you start to back away. You hear a sort of harumph noise behind you, and you turn to see a third, much larger mushroom cracking its knuckles at you. I don't want to fight them. Oi! Stop that, you little... Trouble! Yeah, let's just whack-a-mole on the hole. And slap. Was that enough to give us 150? I think it might be. Let's see. Oh yeah, just. Whoop. All right, still a ways to go. Oh wait, it was in the storage, wasn't it? Yes. Ooh. Is there anything here? No, doesn't look it. Doesn't look it. Okay. Make some stuff. Fancy combat items. Grease bomb. No. Nuclear bomb. Maybe not. Ice bomb. No. Do we not have some basic combat items then? Nah. Oh, what do you have for sale actually? Plunger, match, subtleties of Comfy hat, lining, sharpening stone. Okay, I was hoping he might have some dynamite or any other kind of item. Well, let's take one more wandering. Oh. That guy's got a knife. Ow. Throw ball. So shadow creatures, eh? That's alright, you don't have to take more than 5 physical damage because that's all you got left. Fool! Alright, well that really didn't give us much. I don't want to go to the campus just yet. Also, let's head to the hobo camp. No particular reason, just, you know. There's gotta be something to do with this car at some point. Oh, oh, nice. Do you think it might be in the vicinity of Seaside Institute of Technology anytime soon? I have a small delivery that needs someone to make. Sure, I can do that. I've received word that a hobo out there is coming to some possession of a number of old dorm room beds, and we can certainly make use of them. Could you locate the man and give him this invitation? Owen Lobdell. I'll keep an eye out. So about those secret plans. You've been helpful to us, so I suppose I can admit to you that this encampment is but a stepping stone on the path to my true goal. I have my eyes on a much loftier target. Ooh, intriguing. What is it? I'm afraid I can't say anymore. No. Where are you from? Hoboken, yeah. I think we... Hey, hands off my telephone. Oh! Well, that's nice. Free stuff. Suppose that's part of the hobo life, as it was. Like a hat. Let's see if there are any kind of questing. Yeah. Okay, well, You know what? Where was Gabby going? What's the deal, Gabby? Okay. Right. That's it for this episode. In the next one, we will go to the Seaside Institute of Technology and see what's going on there. But until then, take care.